As you already know, on this show, we pick up issues that were trending in the course of the week. We talk about them, we summarize them, so that just in case you missed any, you can just
give me. Yeah.
Next time we'll show what's up.
Yeah. Kalani friend me for credit. Meanwhile, me if I never chop sense. Cool guy, I did my day. I know they like this base, so usually when they do so, you dey bore me. Oh, guy say she get fine apples. I tell her say she come, I'm home. She say, are you sure? I say yeah, why not? And she say she dey come a movie Kongwa so me need to my friend match. She said, Drill, I'm coming with Uber. Will you pay me? Say, I go pay half. No invite. My body compass. She say I'm on my way. I say, oh sir, where should I alight? I say, Total. I'm coming with my books, math, English, French. I said, don't worry, you know what? Just come, I will teach you. Odor Belandia. Me the work of Shalaba. Acid-based reaction. Teach you.
Hello and welcome to the midweek entertainment and lifestyle news review with me, Nipaa.
And me, OdarteyGH.
It's been a long time. I know you've missed us. We've missed you too, but you know, we took a break, you know, and then because of the GMAs and other events, we had to, you know, give you live feed. I mean, now that you're on the page, just go on our playlist and just go and check the events that we've been giving. We have the daily bars, we have the VGMA events. The VGMA, there was a full coverage there, live stream.
And also top 5.
Yes, the top 5, like so many things. Now that you are here, just go on our playlist and go and check it out. So how have you been?
Oh, I mean, I've been good, working here and there. I mean, it's not easy, but...
Please, I didn't say what have you been. I said, how have you been?
Oh!
As a person, how are you?
Oh, I'm doing well, by the grace. Once I have life, I think I have everything.
So now, what have you been up to?
Okay, so, I mean, I've been up and going. I mean, going for events. I mean, as you guys have been watching our channel, realize we'll be giving you exclusive events, the likes of the VGMA, press conference of Ghana Miss Nigeria. And also, we will do our best to present this year's Ghana Miss Nigeria live stream on OdarteyGH TV exclusive. So you guys should stay tuned. If you subscribe, please stay tuned. Also share with your friends so that those who have not yet known about whatever thing I'm doing here also get access, so that you not also enjoy it alone. Okay. You bring your friends along.
That's nice. And by the way, this time our midweek is going to take a very different approach. We've been pussyfooting people in the industry so much that now things go sideways and we don't really know what to do. So now we are not going to lick anybody but us.
Yeah.
We are going to talk the truth as it is.
Plain
as it is. And please, before I continue, there's this one viewer who has been commenting. I know what that is stuff, and I'll tell you soon, right? This guy has been commenting, watching our videos, and I think it's about time to give some shout out. We notice people who appreciate what our work. Exactly. So that boy Kalusha, I just have to say shout out. And
yeah, big ups, that boy Kalusha.
Why are you doing it? Why are you not doing it? Since he said I am that boy. Odata said I am that boy Kalusha. Can you imagine? Yo, now
that boy Kalusha. I mean, big ups for staying loyal to this page. And guys, we have special prizes for people who stay tuned and stay glued to this, commenting, liking our footages. Very soon we have some giveaways given out to loyal subscribers of this page, so stay tuned and also inform your friends.
Okay, now let's go straight to business. So that thing, now that you went to scout for and do scavenger hunts for topics, what do you have for us today? I don't have topics. You went on break, you went to work. Give us the issue, let us talk about it.
Yeah, so first on the issue, I want to talk about the Comic Choice Awards, South Africa, and you know, comedy, but I want to talk about Ghanaian comedy as a whole. I mean, it's been high time since the industry takes a very huge look, or critical look at the Ghanaian comedy industry. Okay. Elsewhere, comedy is paying, it's really, really making entertainment industry in certain countries big. I don't want to mention it, but then I guess our viewers know, because talking about Nigeria, I mean, comedy is one of their big, exports. Talking about UK, US, where have you? Comedy is very big. Just recently, a comedian even won an election and was is now a president of a certain country. You get it? It's high time Ghana we sway a little bit from news. I'm not saying we should move our resources from that place, but then we should pay more attention to comedy. Yes. Yeah. So first on the list is Ghanaian comedians being nominated for the Comic Choice Awards Africa. Yeah.
That's nice. Yes. So yes. So it's Lexi and ID James Brown.
Lexi the comic and ID James Brown.
And I'm very excited about these two because they are actually from the same camp.
Casa Entertainment.
Yes. And for me, I'm excited because Ghanaians, it's like most Ghanaians have used DKB as the yardstick of GH comedians.
That's very true.
And I think it's about time some of them actually break out of a shadow because most people, in as much as DKB does his own thing, most Ghanaians use DKB to say that all Ghanaian comedians are not funny because of DKB.
That's
and
very true.
sometimes, me, I'm a strong supporter of the GH comedy.
Yeah, I know, right?
So sometimes I just put out a question on my groups just to see how people think about the GH comedy. And sometimes I just ask them to give out their best 3 comedians that they even know about or they've even seen. And once people mention DKB, they go, hey, nice DKB, those things. So I'm glad that a big scheme like this is recognizing other comedians, bringing them out there to show that there are other comedians aside the popular ones that we know. And I'm excited. I think James Brown, for instance, he's slow but sure. He's that kind of comedian who doesn't start with he talks, and he's an international artist. Like he goes around the world to get his material. So when he's talking, he knows what he's talking about. He's slow and he hits boom. He's slow and he hits boom. Unlike Lexi about he can't start and they are doing well. And I'm glad a scheme as big as that is recognizing GH comedians. But as you already know, we are the ones who talk about them. Most people will see and they skip it. But let them see that GH comedian has flopped at US or wherever or South Africa show. The other bloggers and other things will be reposting. I mean, they enjoy the bad things. So
yeah, so I mean, it's a big news for Ghana. I mean, talking of Comedy Choice, it's one of the biggest comedy awards in the African sub-region, and it's organized by South African people or a group of South Africans, and they're going to use comedians across the African continent. And for Ghana to have 2 people, I mean, Ghana even had more than 2.
Really?
Yeah, Ghana had, but then those, I mean, as you said, James Brown, Lex the Comic, like they've really been pulling their weight aside DKB, and people always use DKB as a yardstick. But it's high time we open up and fish out other good comedians. And I'm not saying to sideline DKB, but no. I'm just
sideline him now and then.
Yes, but we should also give these comedians, I mean,
a break.
A break.
Let them know that they are also comedians on their own. They do different things aside DKB. DKB happens to be the most popular comedian.
Exactly.
That doesn't mean he's the only comedian in Ghana.
That's
all we are trying to say.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is that, I mean, it's a very good thing for, I mean, such an award scheme to acknowledge a Ghanaian, especially like Casa Entertainment artist, James Brown. And as he said, James Brown is like, as he said, a prophet is not really acknowledged or loved in his country home or his home. James Brown is one comedian. I bet you guys even know this. He's one comedian who has been putting Ghana comedy on the map. He's the only comedian who has gone on an Europe tour. That's like tour Europe, Germany, and other countries to just host comedy events and let people know that Ghana comedy or Ghanaian comedians are funny or Ghana comedy is thriving. You get it? Unlike other comedians. And it's in the same way.
These are events organizers. When they get a chance to bring white people to come and see our Ghanaians, they will build 2 Ghanaians and they will build 6 Nigerians. Instead of selling the Ghanaians to these people, they rather sell the outside so they can get their profits. So I'm glad these people have rather recognized us and they are giving us the
and even I'm also pleading to event organizers instead of them also inculcating comedy in their events. It can be a music event, but it doesn't change anything if a comedian hosts that event. VGMA can always.
Hey, give me 5. Who are dope? See, this video, if as you finish, I'll come inside.
Yes, comedians are versatile artists, okay? They fit in every aspect of entertainment. So, even if you can't organize a comedy show, I mean, to put them on bill, other shows that have the number, that command numbers. In so doing, also promoting Ghana comedy. You don't need to organize a comedy show to promote Ghana comedy, but then your normal music shows and theater events or what have you, you can inculcate the comedians in it.
Simple. See, those who watch the Oscars and the whatever, those PETs, you know why they use comedians mostly as the host. Because the night is tense up. Everybody is on edge in a kind of way because they are being nominated. They want to know they are the ones who are going to win. See, me personally, this brouhaha that happened at this VGMA, I think if a comedian was hosting the show, that thing would have never
Yeah,
happened.
that's very true. It's very, very true.
Because already now everybody is telling you, imagine the way when the camera was on Stonebwoy and Shatta when they were about to announce, see the way they were all tensed
up.
So
they wanted to know who the winner was.
Things packed up that way. But imagine having a comedian, Ellen DeGeneres,
Chris Rock, Kevin Hart,
Jimmy Fallon, Kevin Hart. The reason why they made them host stuff like this because the night is full of tension.
It's tension.
So you need somebody who can relate to your tension, make you laugh, forget about your worries. Do you think if Shatta was laughing when Stonebwoy went to studio, if Stonebwoy had finished laughing right after that, when he went to stage, do you think he would have gotten so angry to even pull a gun? No, I think it's about time. And events like this have different eyes watching, different people from all over the world watching, and this is when we can also promote our comedians. Because somebody might not buy tickets to come all the way to come and watch Lexi or Ideas on DKB perform. However, once they see Lexi the comic hosting a show like this and making everything else successfully, the next time he hears Lexi on a show, he wouldn't mind flying his whole family to come and see.
Yeah, that's very true.
Do you understand?
Very, very true.
So me there, I'm so excited these people are acknowledging our people too. I think, as you said, the prophet is not recognized in
his home country.
Yes.
So I also want to take this opportunity to also tell our viewers wherever those in the western part of the world, you guys should try and also organize some events in those countries. I know there are promoters, there are event organizers, because we know our music artists also fly all the way to US, UK to have programs and stuff. The same way can be done for the comedians. That's by so doing, the Ghanaian comedy is going to grow, it's going to thrive.
Ghanaian comedy is dicey. Like selling comedy to somebody who doesn't understand your culture is kind of dicey. It's a way. They might actually accept and laugh. Someone like Lexi the comic, I enjoy Lexi the comic because I can relate to his jokes. There are something that have happened to a normal Ghanaian or like an average. If you take 10 Ghanaians, it has happened to like 8 of them before. Okay. So like they can relate. But if we take someone like Lexi to outside them, if it is not a Ghanaian, unless we are trying to sell them to the other Ghanaians that are outside there, like the way our musicians do, they go and perform to Ghanaians out, they don't perform to whites, fine. But sometimes the tree he puts in his joke, it makes it funny. We the Ghanaians that we understand. So like imagine all his audience are white, and this is why I respect ID James Brown.
Yeah, ID James Brown.
Ghanaian, most of his audience are white.
Yeah.
And he has been able to cut that band to the fine line. So now a Ghanaian can enjoy him, and a white stranger can also enjoy him.
Yeah.
So I think that is as for music, once you can enjoy the groove, whether you understand the song or not, you can enjoy.
Anyway.
And comedy is some way. And I did it round. I'm so excited they've noticed the hard work, and I applaud you for that.
Yeah, so guys, let's throw our guns and weapons, whatever thing that we have behind James Brown and Lexi the comic. They need.
It doesn't mean it's literally.
So guys, you can log on to OdarteyGH.com. There's an article there, and also there's a link to how you can vote for Lexi the comic and James Brown for them to win their respective category. Guys, please, let's vote for them. If they win the award, they fly high up the flag of Ghana in South Africa. So please, let's support our own. It's high time Ghanaians we support our own. Yes. Nobody will support our own. No, Nigerians will not come and support us.
No, but South Africa will not come and support us. Right? Who is your own? It's not the Ghanaians that are your
own.
Exactly.
So let's support our fellow Ghanaians. Irrespective of whatever industry they are in. Me, I'm a blogger. I support everybody. You can also be a normal citizen of Ghana, even if you are not even a performing artist or what have you. Support anybody who is doing well, irrespective of the industry the person is. Let's just support each other, and by so doing we'll grow and become very good citizens.
Odarte has come back with energy. Please, what's the next topic? What do you have?
Yeah, so the next one we have how do you call it? KK Fosu.
KK Fosu
and Mr. Easy.
What happened?
So Mr. Easy
but us briefly, then we'll talk about
okay, so KK Fosu got an interview with blogger Zion Felix, okay? And he said a lot of things. One notable among what he said was the fact that he said that Mr. Easy is a lazy artist, bottom line. All that he said, the long interview, about 20, 25 minutes, 30 minutes interview, what really shook tables was the fact that he said Mr. Easy is a lazy artist. And what triggered that, I can't tell. But for me,
what is your opinion?
For me, my opinion, what I think is that, some artists who have made names and their names has gone down or has died out of the scene, and once they want to come back or revive their career, they tend to take swipes or try to attack those who are making waves now. We all know Mr. Easy is not an international artist. Started from Ghana. At a point in time, Ghanaians was like, he's not a Ghanaian because he has half Nigerian, or he's half Nigerian, half a Ghanaian. Ghanaians were like, they don't like him, and they sold him to Nigeria. Really?
Now he's an international artist.
Now he's an international artist.
Abroad news stuff.
Meanwhile, he started his career from Ghana. Mr. Easy, when he was nobody. I was blogging when I was in UCC. He came to perform there. I mean, he didn't get the how do you call it? The recognition that he need. I had to even tweet at him that, Charlie, bro, it go be. I just tweet, and then he followed me back, and he really and we're vibing. But then, if someone becomes big and very huge, it's very difficult for you to get closer to the person. But I remember when he started, that one day I can say where I go. I remember when Mr. Easy started, Charlie, with his heart that he had, came to perform. Oh, nobody. When they came on stage, come and see, hey, people just boom, 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 boom. Even in his home university, Care University, where he had his first degree, the same thing. Drella will even attest to the fact that, Mr. Easy was struggling. But look at where he is now. And you can get for Sue, you have enjoyed the fame, Mr. Easy is enjoying his own now. Being placed on Apple Music, Spotify Music, billboards in the UK and what have you. It's one of the biggest artists, Nigerian artists now. And you will come and take a swipe at him just because you want attention. Actually, probably you have some new song coming up and you want to, and I didn't know, you are taking a swipe at Mr. Easy and what have you. But Charlie, he did it for a reason. I'm sure he's getting attention because Mr. Easy also replied him.
We are talking about it, so I'm sure let's talk about whatever attention and whatever. But what I want to say is that I think Ghanaian artists should be creative enough to find a better way of doing their comebacks than taking swipe at current artists. If you say you are a creative person, you should find ways of coming back creatively such that people will even love you, even go and listen to your old songs.
Yeah.
Don't take swipe at people who are sweating and doing their best to stay in the industry. He's lazy saying all the time that he was here, no, you didn't find a problem with him.
And you know what even pisses me off? He said that his notes and pitches are very bad, like songs. Like his notes and pitches in songs are very bad. He sings like a lazy artist. Hey, KK for Sue. This, I think he has better more than he can chew.
My brother, the way you do all those people, they call them international artists. Now, maybe you may have a point, but I think that once you get the chance to be interviewed, sell yourself.
Yeah. Sell yourself.
See, the only reason an artist gets an interview and will sell himself or herself, but to rather take a jab at this as a result of their own insecurity. Yeah. They know that if they talk about his or herself for 20 hours, the content will not push unless they take a swipe at another person. Do you think this interview we're talking about it?
Oh, no.
Because you don't believe in yourself enough to talk about yourself.
Exactly.
To talk about your craft, to sell your craft. So you rather write on negative energy like this so that you can push yourself in the limelight. Yeah. But I think you are above the KK, so you're a big man.
He's a big artist.
He's a big artist. And if you act the way you are, seriously, me, I'm not going to persuade you. If you act your age or if you act, you can. KK, for you're a big brand. I think if you DM Mr. Easy, he will reply you.
Of course, he will.
So if there was a problem, I don't think social media is the place to address it. You can tell, oh boss, I will feel your work.
Your vibes, yeah.
I realize your place, your pitch not to go. Or I don't say your pitch, Charlie, big ups, do more, work more on your voice. See, nobody will insult you when you give such an advice.
Nobody.
Because it's a constructive advice. That's you have the person's good at heart.
Exactly.
But you just can't do boom, boom, boom. It's because of your own insecurity.
And for me, I think he even tarnished Mr. Easy's image in some way.
See, such a person, you can't tarnish Mr. Easy's image.
Okay.
Because, see, you are the adult here. I don't know how old he is or how young he is, but you have been in the industry much longer.
Oh, no, he's older than Mr. Easy.
Yes, you have been in the industry much longer. So, there's a perfect way to go about things. Shatawale go and do things basa, and you this artist and the new artist you are doing, but you two are doing the same thing. Why would you ride on beef if you don't take Shatawale's beef is helping you?
Exactly.
If you are trying to criticize him, then find another way so that he can also learn from you guys that the old people they've come back, but they didn't take my way.
Yeah.
So maybe my way, even though it's being productive, it's not the right way.
Exactly.
But you are also doing the same thing. What can you tell Shatawale for him to take? No, seriously, I think.
Oh yeah, it's very true. It's very true.
You that you say you put your order, you know the industry in and out. No, find a way. DM him. I'm sure you know somebody. In fact, I'm sure if you wanted Mr. Easy's phone number,
oh no, he'll get it. Wow,
someone like an artist like you would have gotten. No, come to social media, come and take swipe. He said, "Let's the artist say you don't know all this year. Is somebody saying you are lazy?"
No, you know, Yenge has actually done a couple of songs that are not really pulling. Like, I mean, it's not featured with A-Frame and what have you, but actually, it's still not picking.
They're all insecurities. They want to throw it out there so that people can get record.
So he really needs a comeback. I don't know, probably he wants a feature from Mr. Easy. That's why he went hard. But for me, I think, but Mr. Easy also replied him in a song, Kwakese song, Bondo.
I heard it.
And I mean, he said, "Who's me a lazy artist?" Yeah, I wanted to Mr. Easy. He said, "It was you are not Sarkodie to advise."
To advise him.
And you know, Sarkodie is full of advices. So, Mr. Easy is smart though.
Yeah, but seriously, if I were Mr. Easy, I wouldn't even mind you.
Anyway.
Because I think right now that he has replied with he's giving you the attention. And this artist, you can never tell, maybe it might be orchestrated just for him to also bring his song up.
Yeah. Anyway.
Because I think you see, it's too smart to reply to an issue like this. So if he has gone ahead to reply in a song, he didn't reply on social media like a fly.
In a song, yeah, you want people to listen.
Anyway. Then it means that they also have a plan.
Oh yeah, Mr. Easy right now, I mean, he has come to understand the music because
maybe they're even friends, so Charlie make a three something.
Anyway,
you also reply. Make a TikTok.
Exactly.
You can never be sure with this artist.
Yeah.
I mean, it's show business.
Yeah, it's show business. So they do everything for the fame and also for the money or whatever.
Yeah. So what is next?
Yeah. So the next is about the next topic or the next news is Charterhouse breaking silence on this whole Kuami Eugene being crowned king, or actually they crowning Kuami Eugene king, brouhaha.
Thank God you mentioned the word brouhaha. Fracas.
Bro.
More bloggers, seriously, you are a blogger. I noticed that when one blogger
uses one word,
all bloggers they use. Why you don't put it out dictionary?
I don't even know. But I don't use those words.
Then you see that, in fact, especially if a big, let's say Ghana web writes a big word. All the bloggers and they use that word like it's just funny. It's hard to ignore. Fracas. Then oh please read. You guys should read more. I mean, you are doing well, but read, because somebody who doesn't understand your true content will read your description to know what you are actually writing about. So learn more vocabs. Yes. Yeah. So bloggers and the brouhaha and the hoo-ha. Now what is up? What is happening with Kuami Eugene?
Yeah. So on the night of the VGMA, Kuami Eugene started performing, and they put up a surprise performance. They joined him up on stage, and I mean, wonderful performance of all standard, amazing performance. But one thing that really, I mean, crowned the evening or crowned the night was the fact that they crowned Kuami Eugene as king, and you know, because of this Shatawale Stoneboy Brawl or thing that happened on social media, it has really taken most of the fun. Let me say all the fun of the video, because lots of entertainment pundits didn't discuss red carpet, because red carpet was one of the best red carpet moments at the VGMAs. Massive performance, the likes of Kusiata, I mean, Brenner Boy and what have you. Those people, most entertainment pundits didn't discuss, but the topic that people were discussing everywhere you tune, whether radio, TV, Shatawale Stoneboy. But now that exactly, but now that the issue is dying off, now that they're bringing attention to other stuff. So now let's talk about this issue. Now people are saying that is it right for Match of the Day to crown Kuami Eugene king of Highlife? And another question is that Kuami Eugene, has it worked enough, or is it time for him? Looking at how young he is it time for him to be crowned high? But high life is our own. It's our tradition. It's our culture. We have lots of people who have done high life music, taking high life music to the world on the global scene, and are legend. But none of them have that accolade. So why now? And some people are also saying that who gave Amahiri the audacity to crown Kuami Eugene king? Another question we need to also answer is that is Kuami Eugene's music high life music, or is an upgraded version, or is a hybrid version of high life music?
So what the chatter?
Yes. So people were also saying that Charterhouse, I mean, planned the whole thing. Fine.
What did George Quay say?
Well, George Quay was saying that it was not orchestrated by them, but Amahiri they wanted to do something of that nature, but he didn't really tell them as to whether he's going to crown Kuami Eugene king or not, because they didn't rehearse. Okay, this thing. If they had rehearsed, then he can boldly say that, oh, say the BC. You get it? If not for this Atwale Stone Boy, this will be like the topmost news of the VGM, aside artist of the year, artist of the decade. You get it? But because of this Atwale Stone Boy Brown, this issue has not really reached the height that they really wanted it to reach. And I mean, people also saying that the way it was crowned was also in an awkward moment, for example, where the crown has to be brought on stage, and you know, that kind of thing. You get it? But for me, I think fine, he could have crowned Kuami Eugene, but even he could have also say it verbally that Kuami Eugene, I want to tell you something. You really, really worked so hard, and to me, I think you are the king of high life. Yes. Okay, because we have legends, yes, and none of them has taken that title. Okay, people give titles to themselves, which you can't take away from them. But those titles they give to them, they give to themselves or their self, they live up to that name. But the question I'm also asking myself is that can Kuami Eugene live up to that name, king of high life music? High life music is a very broad genre. Like let's be real here. High life music is a very, very broad genre. And if you are king of high life music,
so
you really need to live.
How is Kuami Eugene doing? Like,
yes,
how many years has he even been in the industry?
He's been in the industry for only 2 years.
Hey, wow. And he's
2 years.
King of something.
And you see, he's already king of something. You get it? Sarkodie is also king of rap. That one, Obrafo gave it to him. And Sarkodie had to fight so hard, okay, to be crowned.
Now, let's discuss who gave it to Sarkodie.
Obrafo. Yeah.
Was Obrafo then the king of rap or something?
And he was not the king of rap, but then he was the one holding rap. He was the one holding the fort of rap after Red Ragstone died of the scene. So when it came to rap in Ghana then in the 90s, it was Lord Kenya and Obrafo.
Yes, but nobody bestowed the title officially on Obrafo as the king of rap.
Nobody bestowed, but then in the mind of people, he was the king of rap because he was doing rap actually. Okay, his albums were just back-to-back albums. It was solely rap.
Okay, thank you. In the mind of Ghanaians right now, what's Amachide to us?
He doesn't have any title.
No, Amachide to us is the king of high life. Like,
no, he's not the king of high life.
I'm not asking king like king go. I'm saying that.
No, we have lots of people. Ampedu and I mean all those people.
That when you come to our era right now, if you ask somebody, I'm sure most people don't know Ampedu. Trust me.
Okay.
Most people, me, I follow those high life because my father. So me, I can sing almost all the. You have no idea. That is me. The song that make me happy. That's Titenyom.
Oh, okay.
However, these are current people now. Most of them don't know Ampedu, but they know of Amachide.
Anyway, you are right. Though.
Do you understand? Yeah. So if at that time, Obrafo wasn't given any official, but because of the fact that he was holding the fort of rap down, he could bestow a crown on Sarkodie, and it was accepted, and then he has lived up to that standard. I don't know why Ghanaians are making a fuss out of this. I mean, we could actually ignore this. You know yourself. Me, frankly, if there's anybody that high life crown or whatever should be bestowed, is okay there for me.
Exactly. That is where people have a problem.
Yes.
Because you know, people. That's why I was telling that people are even asking themselves that is Kuami Eugene doing high life music? Because when we talk of high life music in our current world or modern world or in our lifespan, the one who's doing high life is Bisakede, and he has been holding the fort of high life music now. If you listen to Bisakede's music, nobody will tell you that it's high life. You get it? Nobody will tell you that it's high life. But when you listen to Kuami Eugene's music, although there might be some high life traits in there, what we see it, or what we hear, or what we can say is Afro pop and also Afro beats or refined version of high life. You get it?
I think our leaders and our musicians should be careful of bestowing crowns and titles to us because in the near future becomes a problem.
Exactly, because you see, it's a big stage that he did that that kind of bestowment. You get it? So people were watching worldwide. Now they are saying that Ghana, our king of high life or current king of high life is Kuami Eugene. If Kuami Eugene doesn't live up to expectation, which means that the high life Ghana is going to die. That is one thing we need to. You see, those who have gone on tour, the likes of Bisake, they have gone on Europe tour here and there, preaching high life music, even naming an album High Life Connect album. You get it? If you listen to that album, strictly high life from head to toe, and he has not even taken that name.
No, but I want to know, this issue is dicey.
Very, very dicey.
Is it Amashede who decided to do it himself, or because from what I've heard and seen, it didn't look like Amashede knew much about the crown and with the crown and everything.
No. He decided to do it himself because when you listen to, I mean, what George Quays and also what a lot of media discussion has gone around or gone on, you realize that Amashede is a strong fan of how do you call it? Kuami Eugene. Because he has performed with Kuami Eugene in his hometown at Agogo or something. Then they've also gone on tour. He went to perform with Kuami Eugene in London.
So
and he developed
he's biased towards Kuami Eugene.
Kind of. So and you know Kuami Eugene also sings his song. Kuami Eugene also knows his song because when Amity was performing, Kuami Eugene was giving that kind of backing. You get it? So he was singing, like you see, so they were singing. So he was like, how come this guy knows my song like that? Like,
oh, then he didn't do well. If that is the only reason why you gave him, then my father is the King Kong of high life music because my father knows all the songs from, in fact, from Titi. Solo cool.
But your father is not an artist. Your father is an artist.
But hey, so you should see my father singing. You should see my father singing. Then, if that is the reason why he had to bestow such a deep and big crown on a young artist like that, and I don't think it was in the right direction. Because if it's because of somebody you've worked with before, and then I think Sarkodie should have called Strongman the best
king of rap
because he had worked with him and he was a good rapper. No, I don't think that was in the right
direction. Yeah.
Okay, but I wanted to ask a question.
Okay, feel free.
But our producer is giving us some sign, so I think we forgot the question. It was
really?
It's a question that would have given us, forgotten.
All right, so lifestyle, right?
Yes, so lifestyle, please. Do you mostly find your footwear stinking? Like, does it smell or something? Do you live with a husband or a boyfriend when he comes into the room, he moves his shoe? Or do you work with a co-worker who actually has the habit of removing his shoes and then all the workers scattering? Please.
Perfume.
If you know you have your shoe stinks after you've removed it, please, it's called foot odor.
Yeah.
Please, we are going to use simple remedies. Simple. Please, try as much as possible to dry your footwear anytime you go home. Maybe you get home in the night, whatever, but keep it somewhere down the same film constantly. And we have some people whose legs naturally, in fact, you have to know yourself. Everything about this life is knowing yourself. You know that you are that kind of person who sweats under the feet. Please don't be that kind of person who wears desert boots all the time. And then wear cakes and all. No,
lots of heat.
Yes, a lot, because already now heat plus moist is another thing.
Yeah.
So try such a person. Wear sandals more often. And I mean, sometimes wherever you probably work demands that you wear shoe. I'm sure you know that socks, you can change your socks. So you know that you sweat a lot. Try every 2 hours, change your socks. Go to work with extra socks. So when you go after 2 hours, remove it. Tie the other one in a polythene bag, put in your bag, wear the new socks. So that one, if your foot is still dry, it doesn't stink. And when we bath, please, those who do ablution on their legs, clean in between your toes. Because sometimes a phoebe will hold, and now there's a scar there that needs to be washed. Like but because you don't scrub there nicely, then it starts smelling. And please, don't wear any kind of footwear to any place. When you say baby, I will put. Now let me say in Seattle. Now one thing. Try and wear a sandals, something that air can pass through and dry up. And you don't wear boots that when they say oh she I see it too. When they say my bedroom you see then heat, they are going to make people feel uncomfortable around you. Me, I think people are very people say that if there's a bad smell or something on me and then you don't tell me in a good way, you are being disrespectful. But I think the people who are being disrespectful are those who know they have bad odor on them and they still want to impose it on people.
That's very true.
You are being disrespectful because I'm not giving the other people the option. So if you know stuff about yourself that when you say jare, oh no, you should do you understand? What for you just take a shower. Do you understand? If I want to see any who can go down in the chair, my woman doesn't satisfy me in bed. How can I master somebody who has a smelly feet?
That's true.
Yeah, be considerate to your partners.
Yeah.
If you're a woman too, please be considerate to your husband. Okay. So this has been the midweek entertainment, and you know this today they come and play with anybody. And this is how it's going to be all the time. We are not going to play with anybody. When the truth is A, we'll tell you A. If it's B, we'll tell you B. All right, so please, do you have any other thing you want to talk about?
Yeah, so guys, I mean, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Please click the subscribe button, also click the notification bell. And also, don't forget to log on to my blog, www.OdarteyGHnews.com for all the latest entertainment news and gossip. And so you can also follow me on all social media platforms at OdarteyGH everywhere. Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, Facebook, everywhere. Like and follow everywhere. Just every platform that you could just search for OdarteyGH. My name will pop up and you follow.
Okay, I am Nipaa. I know people are still not following me. I don't know why. You have to do some magic for me.
Don't worry, guys. Please follow her. Just follow her.
Nipaa.
Nipaa. Tilly_Nipaa on Instagram. Also,
there's no underscore in my name.
There's no underscore.
Nipaa raw like that.
No, on Instagram.
Yes, it's just raw like that.
Oh, sorry. Then Twitter is Nipaa, right?
Yeah.
Twitter is at Nipaa. So T and NIPAA on Twitter.
Yeah.
Then Facebook is still Nipaa.
Yes, please follow me.
And don't forget to also follow our cameraman Ruben Wall. So it's Ruben_Wall on Instagram and Ruben Wallace on Facebook. So that you get to know the whole crew. Yeah.
Yes, and please we like to read your comments too. So drop your comments about whatever if you think we are way off. Comments. If you think you second what they are saying, comments so that because we are here for you. Yeah, so every issue that we discussed on, just drop your comments. So about the comedians, about KK Fosu and Mr. Ease, and also about Kuami Eugene. The views, I mean your views are welcome. You guys need to comment so that we know that okay, you guys like what we are doing or not. If you also have any suggestions that you think we will add to this show, it will be very, very interesting and nice. We are open for criticisms and suggestions, so just drop them in the comment section so that we'll know what to do next. Thank you very much. Okay, say. or must be Okay, so till we come your way next week. Bye.